So tell us what it's like. I think the best part about having you on this podcast is that you can take us places that we're never going to go. So what is it like to be a part of an owners meeting?
Well, the easiest, fastest description is to tell you it's like junior high school. Although some of them, more like elementary school, some of them leaned to high school. First of all, there's the annual meeting in March where every team brings 5, 6, 7, 8 people and spouses, and it's a social gathering. All the real work gets done at what are called 1 and 2 per club meetings. And there is a lot of work that gets done, and there are serious discussions, and there are important discussions, and they are like junior high or elementary school. Oh, Suzy, we pass notes. I would sit in my chair and we'd all be passing notes around to each other.
Who'd you pass notes to?
Oh,
Who gave you the best note?
Well, okay, one of the best comments ever. I'm sitting next to, he's now passed away, but the son of the family that owned the Browns, which is now the Ravens. Pat Bowlen walks in the room. Pat Bowlen, of course, former owner of the Broncos, who has also passed away. And he walks in, the meeting's already started. Pat's wearing a black shirt, button down, tucked into black pants, black belt. The pants are tucked into black boots. So here he comes walking in, solid black outfit. And the guy leans over to me and says, Sub-Commander Marcos, straight in from the front. Well, we start giggling like 10-year-olds. And when Al Davis has to tell you to behave, you know you're probably not behaving.
Did Al shush you?
He didn't shush me, but he kind of, said, okay, kids, these are my words, not his, but, behave. And he was laughing too. One time, the then owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, Norman Brayman, was so angry at what then Commissioner Tagliabue was saying or not saying, he stood up, walked to the front of the room, leaned over Tagliabue, pointed down at him and said, hey, pal, you work for me. And he said it again, you work for me. Well, I'm sitting in my chair and I'm getting all giddy and I'm sort of like jiggling around because I thought it was great. And Al again, shh, behave. When you're the behavior problem that Al Davis needs to be telling to kind of act maturely, probably an issue.
I mean, seriously.
By the way, one of my favorite stories involves someone with a Boston accent. So there's a segue here. It was Jack Donlin. He was sitting, he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, sitting right next to me. Well, there's a very, very serious debate going on between Carmen Policy of the 49ers and Steve Gutman of the Jets. And they are really, and it was a fair debate. It was loud, it was heated, but it was businesslike. Well, they're both standing up now, and one of them says to the other, you, sir, are alarmingly disingenuous. Well, Jack Donlin turns to me, and I won't say what he actually said. I'll say effing instead, but he said the real word, as did I. But, our producer, Dawn, says I shouldn't swear on air. So,
I wish you would.
I know, I kind of want to, but I don't want to get us in trouble. You, sir, are alarmingly disingenuous. Jack turns to me and says, I hear you're supposed to be pretty smart. Is alarmingly disingenuous the same thing as an effing liar? Only he's from Boston, and he didn't say effing, he said the full word. He says, is that the same thing as an effing liar? I thought about it for a little bit, and I said, yes, it is. Alarmingly disingenuous is like calling someone an effing liar, only I said the word. Because if you wanted to just call someone a liar, you would call them disingenuous. But if you're calling them an alarmingly disingenuous person, you're calling them an effing liar. Well, all of a sudden, Al pokes me in the back. He didn't ask you for an effing grammar lesson. Only he didn't say effing either.
No, alarmingly.
And we passed notes, alarmingly.
Alarmingly. Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.